Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. This is Kurt Wang. Today we're going to talk about time blending. Time blending is a very useful method when shooting and editing landscape photos. It can make your photo more beautiful and can combine more amazing factors. So let's talk about it today. First, what is time blending? Time blending is a method to combine multiple exposure into one image. That image can grab different amazing factors that shooting at different time point and consolidate them together into one photo. So what is the difference between time blending and a composite? Composite is different. Composite is a method for editing. You can grab factor from the photo taken from different location. It could be even someone else's photo. So it's more like you put things together to make a photo. Not necessarily have to be your photo or you shoot at the same location, the same time period. But time blending is different. Time blending usually you taken at the same location. It's your own photo. And taken at the different time point, but during a time period. For example, you shoot from blue hour till golden hour during sunrise, or even you shoot from night till sunrise, or could be from sunset to night. You can combine with the sunset sky with the stars. That's what is the difference between time blending and composite. What time blending can do for you? Time blending can help you to consolidate amazing factors taken from multiple exposure, multiple photos that you've taken during a certain time, and combine them into one photo, which have all those amazing factors. Let me give you an example. For example, this photo, the first photo I took during sunset. So the sky is amazing. There's amazing cloud and beautiful sunlight, and there's a sunburst too. However, you may notice the church, the architecture in the middle of the frame is pretty dark because I was shooting backlit, so it's like silhouette for the foreground. However, later after sunset is over, moving to blue hour, and then the beautiful sky and the sunlight is gone. However, the light for the church is up, and then I can see beautiful light around the architecture, around the building, and I can see lots of details. So it's not possible for me to take one photo to get both the details of the building and the sky and the sunlight. So I time blend both photos together. I got this final image. I have both the sky sunlight, and at the same time I have the church with blue hour light with its own light on it. So that's example how you blend different condition, blend different factor into the frame. And also gonna use this photo as example too. So the first photo I took during blue hour. I use myself as a model. So during blue hour, as you can see, the skyline is amazing. There's lots of city light in the skyline, right? But there's nothing much going on in the sky, just empty. And there's no sun, no cloud, no nothing, right? However, later on when the sun is up, I got this beautiful alignment showing the sun passing the tower. So the tallest building in this frame is the CN Tower, which is the highest landmark in Toronto. So you see just passing the center of the observation deck of CN Tower. However, when that happened, as you can see, the foreground as well as the skyline is so dark. You don't even see much details. So I use time blending method, put them together, I got this image, which has myself as a model in there, and I have the beautiful blue hour skyline image there. So the details of the skyline, the city lights still on. And with the sunrise alignment, you will see the beautiful sky and the sunlight, and with the reflection in the middle, it become in one photo. So that's what time blending can do for you. So today we're gonna talk about this photo that I took a while ago. There's some trains on the rail track. So basically, as you can see, I got 3 photos. So this one is a little bit different. It's not like blending different light condition. It's blending 3 different factors into one photo, but all the 3 photos have very similar light condition. Because what happened is in this rail track, you rarely see there's the many trains. They're coming to you together. So I only got 1 train in each photo, but I want to have a photo with all the train coming to me or going into the the background. So I use time blending to combine the 3 photos together. And then at the end, I got the final photo, which I have 3 trains showing up all together in my image. So I'm gonna show you how I shoot this serials photo and how I blend them in Photoshop. Let's take a look at that.
My first tip for time blending is to get to the location earlier. Try to cross a different light condition. For example, in order to shoot this photo, I get to the location during blue hour, about an hour before sunrise. So I can get both blue hour and golden hour condition. So when I started, I don't know yet, but I want to shoot during different light conditions. So there's possibility I need to combine them. My second tip for you is to use tripod. In order to do time blending, we need to make sure all the photos they're aligned very well. So they should be in the same frame. So you don't want to shoot without tripod, just shoot handheld, and then you may have a slight different frame. It will be hard to align them together during post-processing. So make sure you use a tripod and don't change your frame. The next tip for you is to observe and capture those changing, interesting, amazing factors during the time period while you're shooting. Once you started, things may be changing very fast. Maybe the sky is changing, the colors are changing, maybe there's flying bird, walking people. For example, here you will see running trains in and out. So try to capture as much as you can, and later on you can pick the good one for your post-processing. As you can see, I capture lots of trains coming towards me or going into the background. Those are all can be used for the post-processing. This is how we prepare and shoot time blending photo. Now let's talk about how to process time blending in Photoshop. Let's start with Lightroom. Usually I do basic editing adjustment in Lightroom. I will then edit them in Photoshop to do actual editing to combine them there. So I'm not gonna go through all the basic editing, so that'll waste some time. Let's just more focus on the time blending part. So those are the 3 photos I picked through many photos I took that morning. So first one is this. I got a train coming toward to me. The train have very big size because it's much closer. So this was one very interesting to me. And then this one, I have another trend on the right side. And the third one, I have another trend on the left side. So if I blend them together, I will get one image with 3 trends on racks. And they all look like coming toward to me. So I will multiple select them, right click, edit in Photoshop, open as layers in Photoshop, click. Alright, now we have all the 3 photos open as layers in Photoshop. Now we can blend them. 1, 2, 3 photos. First thing you need to do is make sure all the photos are aligned perfectly. So when I shot those photos, I put my camera on tripod and I didn't remove my frame. It should be aligned perfectly, but you never know. Maybe there's a small movement, shake, wind, maybe move a little bit. So make sure they're aligned perfectly. I always select them all, go to edit, use this one, auto align layers. You can trust Photoshop, just click OK. Let's do the auto alignment. Perfect. As you can see, there's a small gap on the edge, so that means originally they're not that perfect aligned. I will then use this crop tool to make sure I move them a little bit to avoid the edge, because the edge is not aligned perfectly. Here, so the edge are not selected or covered, so I avoid those gaps. Click OK. Now you see the edge doesn't have those parts there. Look perfect now. Alright. And then you need to analyze your photo a little bit to know what the final image you want to achieve. So this one is very straightforward. I want this trend in the middle and add the other 2 trends. You need to find a base image when you do the time blending, because one of the images should carry the majority of the factor that you want to keep, and then you can just add or replace other part in. That way you're gonna save lots of time. By looking at this 3 photo, I'm going to use this one as a base photo. I just need to blend in factor from the other 2 photos. So I'm gonna move this one down at the bottom at the base, and then we just add things onto that one. So this photo, I'm gonna blend in the trend. This one, same thing, the trend on the other side. I found a little problem. This photo, the base photo, the sky of this base photo doesn't look so good. The sky doesn't have lots of contrast in the color. I found this one have a better sky. You see there's more color contrast, especially the texture in the cloud. So I'm gonna use the sky from this photo and the trend from this photo. First, I'm gonna select the sky. It's very easy to select sky in Photoshop. We have easy way to do that. On the top, on the menu, there's a select. Click on that, and then you'll see one of the options, sky. Click on sky. It's selected. So in case you don't like the selection, if any you want to fine-tune that, you can go to the quick selection tool and click select and mask, and then to fine-tune that. For me, most of the time, the new version of Photoshop can do a very good job. So this one I'm okay with that. I'm gonna select this one. So right click, layer via copy. And you see one layer is added. That's for the sky. So this is the base image. This is the sky layer that we just created. If I turn it on, you see sky replaced that quick. I'm gonna turn it off for now, but we'll add it back on later. So now I'm gonna select the trend. Ideally, I need to select trend perfectly, but not necessary here. First, the trend have lots of other things mixed into the body. It's hard to select the trend so well. You see there's some rack here. Since we have all the three photos aligned perfectly, and the light conditions are similar, so I don't need to select them so perfectly. I'm gonna just use the pencil tool. Let's draw the selection line around the body of the trend. Once it's selected, right click, layer via copy. There you go. This is the layer 2, is the trend here. Now let me turn off the whole photo and only have the trend. Let me show you. This is the base photo. If we add the trend, see, it's added. Okay, if you look closer, you will notice the difference. When the trends layer is blended in, there's some darker part here. So those light conditions similar, but there's still some difference. How to fix that? It's easy. Click on this layer and add a layer mask. You see here at the bottom, just click that, and then you have a layer mask added. And here, choose the black and use the brush tool. I usually do like 70-ish flow, 70-ish too, like opacity 70, flow 70-ish, smoothing also around 70. So now I'm gonna brush those darker area. You just carefully brush around the edge of the trend, remove those darker areas. On the upper part, I don't see lots of differences, but I just slightly move my brush around it. Make sure you don't touch the body of the trend, then you're gonna lose some of the part of the trend. Okay, that looked good to me. Off, on, there you go. The trend blend in perfectly now. So now I'm gonna do the same for the second image for this trend, the same process. Lasso tool. There you go. This trend can be blended in too. If you look carefully, you will see there's some of the part is a little bit brighter than the base image. The same process. Add a layer mask, use black brush and then just brush those parts off. There you go. Now it looks perfect. Okay. Now let's add the other trim that we just selected earlier. Bam. You have 1, 2, 3 trims. Don't forget about the sky that we selected earlier. Add the sky. There you go. Time blending finish here. So I also did a little bit more editing. It's not for time blending, just like how you edit photo, like single photo. This is the final image. There you go. This is how I use the Photoshop to do the time blending. So I hope this video can be inspiring for you, and I hope you can go out, shoot some photo, and blend them to get the better result. And you know, feel free to send me a comment and tell me how you do your time blending, or if you have a question, feel free to reach out to me too. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye for now.